Hi everybody, welcome back to Cids Modded Life Season 2 episode 159 with me, Cid, and we are stood here at the entrance of what I'm kind of calling Jurassic Land, which is not much of an entrance at the moment. There's an old fairy pool there, and there's what we built last episode, which was of course the mammoth and big deer camel enclosure. And there's a little baby one, look, and somewhere abouts over there's a little baby mammoth running around with his little tiny legs. Whoa, wow. And these things are frantic. Anyway, strangely odd. And we did that as well. So this episode I don't want to do, oh god, here we go. I don't want to do any more dinos for the time being, because well, these guys are brutal, except for him. He's very cute, but the rest of them are all just having a little snooze and doing their things, and you know, they're doing their own thing and doing whatever they do. Now in here we've got this thing which definitely needs to go, and of course all of this needs to go. And then what we actually need to do is finish up this build, or at least get this build to the point where I'm happy with it. That's going to mean a lot of decoration, probably some kind of stairs. I'm not entirely sure how we'll manage that. Let's just have a look. So if we were to start here and go, well, say from here and go stair, half to half, to half. We might manage to pull it off. I'm just trying to think if there's any way I can make the roof accessible. And you know, there are many ways to make the roof accessible. We need to do the dining room. We need to work in this area which of the kitchen, which still hasn't got any door and any windows. So I suppose that's going to be our first one then, isn't it? That's bars. That is what we need for here. So this kitchen area is nowhere near as big as the kitchen as portrayed in Jurassic Park. You know, that was the one that was big enough for them to run around in and thoroughly get lost and not have anybody be able to find them. Oh yeah, they were. I picked up from things. I don't know whether we can do. I know with that we can make a skull helmet. And we can analyze it and get some DNA from it, and similarly with that we can analyze it, but there doesn't seem to be anything we can actually do with these in terms of displaying them, which is a bit of a disappointment, because I didn't actually mean to kill them. You know, it was just one of those things. So that's got a whole load of kitchen stuff in it, which I don't know why. Oh, that's the bottom cabinet white, that's right. Fridge, and I really should have got some big fridges as well, but doesn't matter. Now what are you? Oven, kitchen, bottom thing. So we've got 4 ovens, so we can pop 2 like that and 2 like that. That would work. And let's basically get this turned into a kitchen space. Like that. Perhaps with those ones we need some sink, one there for no good reason other than that's what I fancy. We'll stick one of you there, we'll stick one of you there, and we shall stick one of those there. Kind of works. Now we have got 2 refrigerators, so we can stick one there and one over here, and then we can probably just kind of mop up with some of these last bits. Have I got any other obvious things that actually need space other than being... No, I don't think we have. 1, 2. Oh, I've still got loads of these as well, look. one, and what we should probably do is just get a bit more of that in. There we go. And which one was it? I honestly can't remember. Let me open that up and we'll have a look. Wasn't that one? I think it was the brown. Might have been. No, in which case it must have been the black. So that and that are now all done with. The feeder can just go down there. And then we've got a few bits and pieces of kitchen appliance. I think that's everything kitchen appliancey. Let me just get rid of that and those for that matter. So I was hoping that this thing would have had some kind of setting for it, but you know, the way where you can actually have the tube that comes down from the ceiling, it doesn't, but that's fine. We can live with that. We've got a blender. What else have we got? There's a mixer. No. Maybe one there. Maybe one there. Set of chopping knives. Then we can get going with that. We'll stick one of those there. We can stick one of those over here. I should actually get these down before we do anything else. What else we got? Some chopping knives. Chopping board. And a chopping board there. Pans. Why not? Taps for the sinks. 1 and 2. We have a kitchen. Didn't really take that much effort, did it? What we do need to do is light it, because right now it isn't. So this is all unpleasantly unlit, but that's not a problem. I'm just going to stick those in there. What shall we go with? We can go wall lights and that, and I've got a little cat outside our door wanting some attention. Yeah, he's a pain. We'll do maybe those like that, and maybe one there and one there, and I think that will be done now. I'm just going to go and sort out this cat because he's a pain. He's not even my cat, he's adopted us, and his owner actually lives 2 doors down, but I'm too soft-hearted, and I do let him come around, and yeah, we are probably reaping the benefits of that one. I need to go and get dining room kit stuff anyway, so yeah, we'll do that, and I'll be back in a moment. All right, let's see how we go with that. I've ousted the cat. Well, he's like I say, he's not our cat. He lives 2 doors down. He's got a cat flap. He can get in. He's not like kicking him out into the cold. He's got somewhere to go. But he's a very needy. He's very, very attention seeking. I think is probably the fair way of describing him. He's a bit of an attention seeker. So we need to do the dining room. Let me go and place you here. I've got a few bits and pieces to make the dining room a bit of an interesting place. So first things first, bit there, and you're really not going to fit very well on any of those, are you? We'll stick it there then. I realise that these fish are entirely wrong, by the way, for this. Oops, hello. Okay, that's good. Right. Get rid of the torches, because we need space. And again, this dining room's way too small for the actual thing that we were originally having in here, but that's fine. So if we come out, we've got two. Do we just do a small table for two in there perhaps? And then maybe that kind of works, and then we'll have a bit of a space, and then we'll have a bit of space there. Big table. Oh, I actually ran out of table. Well, we'll address that problem in a moment. Let me just get these tablecloth with, you know, a suitably fetching tablecloth. Alright, yeah, you knew it was going to be purple. Let me just put those away for a second. I have got some chairs, and I didn't go with, I went with DecoCraft chairs, just because they've got some really outlandish chair shapes. We will get another table in. I'll need to go and get some either grab some spruce or things. We'll do this like that actually, I think, and I'm going to need more of these to be right. There's a simple solution to that. Yeah, that works. And again, it doesn't have to make sense. This is a representation of a thing what we have seen in a film, and as such doesn't really have to make sense. So for example, that didn't work very well, did it? Hang on. Hup. We are going to want a few more tables, I think, actually, because I've got a few other bits and pieces I want to scatter around the place. We need to light the place up, and yeah, just generally turn this into a place where people obviously dine. We need slightly more DecoCraft things, because actually, no we don't. We're going to lose those two, or should we? No, we'll do, and yeah, we'll do it like this. There doesn't have to be rhyme or reason for this. This is just a thing. But we can have a couple of spare chairs just up against the walls. Now I should have somewhere kicking around in one of these boxes, or is it in the, which one is it? This one it is probably. We should have some chandelier-y like affairs. I don't like that there. So what's the difference between that? So we'll hang on, let's have a look at my spacing here. So we've got one gap from the wall there. I see there's a. Does that even make sense to have? No, that's silly. However, that one can come forward one like that. I think that works. Now we should see that we've still got a few unlit areas, but again, that's not a problem. I have seen ahead. I brought some interesting I presume you turn up. Yes, you do. Excellent. I'm not so sure about that one. I think this is more the modern lighting options. And amazing, we haven't even had to resort to hidden lighting on this one, which is nice. Right, what else have we got? Let me just put you away. I did bring some vases or vases, however you would like to think of them, and I'm out of tables. We've got these which we could use around the place. I did bring them. These are actually here for another reason, but you know, let's utilize them a little bit. We have a dining room. I think any more than that would be too much. It's probably already too much if I'm honest, but there you go. So that's a thing. We definitely got you. I definitely want to hold on to those because I've got a few things. Oh, so these are going to be a bit of a pain. Can I? Is there any way I can get this onto? No. Nope. There's. I suppose we can pop one there. That's the only table that's got a salt and pepper pot between the lot. You know, it's overrated. Right, let me pop that away. I did have a cake, but that's possibly over the top as well for this area. So we'll stick those in to be recycled. And I got a couple of these, which I thought might work. Hang on. There, it doesn't really have to make sense. It's just, you know, gives a little bit of something going on in the wood. Throw a few of those around. Right, we've just got the heat lighting to do, and we are sweet. I'm going to go with some of these, I think. Because we can make sure that everywhere is properly lit up, just using a very subtle lighting. That works. Got a little bit of detail around in here. Everything is good. So that leaves the other side just to tidy up, and the big space in the middle. And I ummed and ahed about how to deal with the access to the roof, and I came up with the idea of using these. I'm just wondering how. It might be easier to do this in reverse. Let's go up. Huh, maybe not. Okay, let's think this through. Let's start you off there. Again, it doesn't need to make sense, it just needs to work. At this point, where are we? We are almost at the roof, so if I were to come in with the landing off of here, then we can be coming in that way. That works. A little bit odd at the side there. It would have been nicer if we could. Well, we can, can't we? Hang on. Let's not be stupid about this. If I bring you around 1 and then follow that up, then we should end up with the landing rotated through 45 degrees, I believe. Yeah, this one here. That gives us, oops, get there eventually. Handy walkway out. Now we do need to do something up here with that, but it's a start. Okay, I need to sleep quickly. I'll need to think a little bit about what else we're going to do in here, and I shall be back in a second. Alright, we've got the ladders up, they're all lit. I'm just kind of now working on this, and we are going to start off by you can't place it on city. Okay. Damn you to heck. We will therefore adjust our plan accordingly, and that was to give us the lighting. Oh, hang on. You are in still touch mode, that's fine. So what we shall do is we'll adjust this accordingly. We shall place this down here, and we're going to have the main central, of course it's probably gone into my dank null, hasn't it, display, and we're going to have obviously a fossil skeleton, but not that. Not that. Not that. Is it night time? The only problem with having night vision is you really get confused as to whether it's night time or not. Let me insert and bring you back down. I should just keep my sleeping bag on my tool belt, actually. Would make a certain amount of sense, wouldn't it? Except, of course, my tool belt is probably full. Okay, let's carry on. Trike, no, no. Come on, give me a T-Rex. No. We're going to have to replace this thing in it. This block in a minute. I think it's going to break at this rate. Spinosaur, very impressive. Velociraptor, yeah. Trike, steg, big thing. The villagers. So you know when you hear footprints, and it kind of freaks you out a little bit. Alright, I'm just going to, because I don't know whether that's actually a visual glitch or not, but nope, 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 nope. I'm just going to keep going until we get what we're after, and I'll be back in a mo. Got one. It's not it's bones, isn't it? Not bone meal. I bet I haven't got bones. Got some. That might be enough. Let's see, shall we? That is monstrous. I love it. Alright, now, so we've got T-Rex. He's in the middle here. We have a little bit of carpet, so I'm just going to go and grab my chisel and convert you over to that. Now I was going to cover this up, but of course, well, two things. One is if I cover it, I can't access it, but it doesn't look out of place if we place a carpet around it just to kind of brighten the place up a little bit. So that's that. Now, what else about the place? Well, I need some lights. We need to do something with this big fella here. Certainly, at the very least, do something around it to, you know, make it definitely stand out a little bit more. So my first thoughts were to chisel this back to... Actually, no, my first thoughts were to chisel that back, but my second thoughts, and I don't know whether you've come across the idea of first and second thoughts. It's a strange idea that I saw written down once, to say, you know, your first thoughts are almost always incorrect, and that you should disregard them almost religiously, and move straight onto your second thoughts, which are almost always, if not correct, at least more correct than other thoughts. So it occurred to me that we can probably get away with something like this around the edge, because my first thought was let's just put some dark oak stairs around, but then I realized that there's a better way of doing this, which will give us more light in the area. It will make this feel more part of the display, and then what we do is we take you, and I'm going to do connected material, and I'm going to extend these out one. There's a reason why I'm extending them out one. It's a very good reason as well. Honest. I've just got to remember now where I've got to. Have I done you? Hang on. No, I know I've got to do here. I think that's it. Right, let's get the... Where are you? You're in here. Mana glass panes. So, by extending them out one block means that the mana glass panes actually now connect almost properly. I need to, but I can always chisel them back if I've got a little bit carried away. That's the nice thing. And you can see here I've not done them enough, so yeah, basically I'll run around with the chisel, fix that. Then we need to do a little bit more work downstairs, and we need to get this lit up properly still. But right, so I need to get you and go like that. You need to come out 1, 2 and 3. Perfect. T-Rex model is now firmly ensconced in there. Lovely. Right, let me just do a little bit more discrete lighting, hidden lighting around. Well, not hidden lighting, I'm going to do open lighting in this case, but and I shall be back in a sec. Alright, I am back. I ran out of tables, so I've just been and grabbed some more of those. I have grabbed a few other bits and pieces. We need to do a little bit of work on, well, some things. I brought a drum back, so the drum can go here in the middle. It's a... Oh yeah, like it. I've got some dies, I've got a whole load of things. Right, we need to get some displays for this area. Now I have got a few things we can put up and out. We've got the Megalosaurus thing, we've got some mammothy tooth, and we've got those. These things are going to be handy for certain aspects, but what we'll do is we'll pull those out in a moment. So for example, I can put down a little model in the odd place. I don't want to do too many of these because there are other things that we can put in as well. Don't know whether did I get one? Is that a dupe? I don't think it is it? Oh, it is. Okay. There you go. Have a one of them. So that's a thing, and you can't obviously use those as bones. They work as bone meal. Now I have got these as well, so in key places around the building we can, for example, take some of these and get things on the wall. So that's an option as well. Let me get rid of that. What else? That kind of exhausts what we got on us. Let us head down into the lab. These guys all need names as well. That's a thing that's got to happen, really. So we've got a few more fossils, including some unpleasant things. These guys are not currently running anything. I'm just going to grab as much of this lot as I can and put them away, and we're going to start analysing tablet fragments. That's the word I was looking for. So let me just go over there. I realise I still have to do work in there as well. So yeah, that's the thing that I am aware of. I haven't forgotten, but this needs doing before we do anything else. What was that anyway? Oh, it doesn't really matter. Some of them are dupes. It's almost like when you were a kid with trading cards doing swapsies. I'll swap you my plesiosaur for your Velociraptor. Come on, you've got loads of Velociraptors. You don't need that many Velociraptors, do you now? I don't know whether anybody remembers or has that kind of experience, but there you go. That was things. So we should have over here a whole load of. We've got some statues. We've got skulls. We've got things. We've got more things, and these can be quite a few of this. A lot of this can be used. However, these can be analysed. Now there is a chance if we just check on the usage on those in the analyzers, there's a chance it'll give me a stone tablet, there's a chance it'll give me fragments of that or broken bits of this, some damaged figurines from various critters. Yeah, basically all sorts of things. Now I'm not sure what's the use stone tablets for. Oh, that's interesting. We've got some of those. Okay, that's good. We can take a skull. We can definitely take a conch shell, and I've got these which we can use as well. Anything else? Well, we'll have to have a look. Let me just pop that away and we'll take that up. So while that's doing its thing and hopefully spitting out useful bits and pieces, I'm just going to go, let's go head up and have a, got these sound like they place in the world off their own back. Ooh, I like. So basically, big paintings that, right, can we have, what's the biggest? Are we in the kind of, I mean, do they go any bigger than 2x2? Oh, they do. Okay. Too big there. That's the wrong. I wanted a 2x3 if I can get one. Alright, well, I'm going to fiddle around and just carry on getting this decorated, and I shall be back with you in a moment. Alright, so while we're waiting for more analysis to come through, let me just show you where we're at. We've got quite a bit on the walls. I've just put a couple of these skulls down. I just wanted to balance that off. And yeah, I like it. It's starting to feel good now. We have got these broken. That's a broken skeleton figurine. That is a damaged Steve figurine, and they come in so you can repair them. You can also take these broken things into a restored, and these can be further dyed into their respective colours, and there's several of these items. So if we look at these, the option there is to take a broken volute, so, and then we can go through the archaeology workbench and do stuff there, which is here. So for example, I can do 1, 2, 3 more of those, and we can give it a little bit of that, and it will just start processing. In the meantime, this is doing me figures. We've got the ancient helmet, we've got the ancient sword, we've got all sorts of fun things that we can put up there on display. I've only got the one scarab, so I ain't going to waste it putting it. I suppose I could put it on display because it doesn't really matter where it is in the world. And we can also, you know, get some plants, maybe, possibly. But basically, once this is finished processing, it will give me a thing. So I've got a broken skeleton. What was that one? That was a damaged skeleton. So we could repair a skeleton. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And obviously keep one of each as well. One of the broken ones. Take that out. And the idea here being basically to put as much in detail in as we can. So we'll hammer that down, and if you'll pardon the expression, we'll probably get more of these and use them elsewhere around the place as well, but just for immediate usage, then we'll be able to, you know, get on with those. So let me get those finished. The probably worthwhile grabbing a little bit of, right, it's probably worthwhile putting a little bit of that lot back as well as that, and then taking some orange and some black. So if we go in with one of those, 2 orange and a black, we will get the black figure version. If we go in with 2 black and an orange, we'll get the red figure version. Actually, we can put those away, can't we? That's probably better. And if we go and grab a little bit of bone meal. So these versions exist the same for all of them. And I think it's either... No, it's porcelain version. So that gives you kind of a mixture of straight off the bat of 4 things that are all the same but slightly different. And we should really close that. So for example, oops, why did that not place? Does not like those tables. Interesting. It's not in itself a problem, because we can, in fact we can probably put both of these out like that, and then use the other ones elsewhere. Yeah, that works. Anyway, leave that with me, and I'm not sure whether these are going to be a problem as well. That's not too bad actually. Damaged and broken. We'll come back to those in a moment, but right now I'm just going to place a few bits and pieces, and again I shall be back in a second. Alright, I am just finishing off, apart from the fact that there's fish appearing in the theatre, but we just got 1 or 2 little top and tail things to do, like that, and we are, for want of a better description, about done. I'm not going to say we're done, because in my experience done is a very overused phrase. We are as done as we are going to be, I think is the phrase. So I've done a little bit of let me just take my helmet off and let the night vision drop off. So these guys are doing their thing. The Nautiluses are being very shy. There we go. So you got your fish, you got a little seat for the people to sit down. They can watch the scientists at work with in the cloning. I have got a machine I want to build probably away from here, which is a automatic DNA cloning machine thing. Anyway, we'll come up through here, and you've got the cinema. The lighting in here is terrible, and it doesn't really work at all. But then we come out into the main entrance, where we will pick up our 3 boxes. And yeah, what a main entrance. We've got Terry there, Terry the T-Rex. We need something there. Got the ancient sword, got the ancient helmet, whole load of dinos. I have given these 1 bit of bone each, just to cast in naturally. I am going to have that will come out of there, and that will go and balance that corner off nicely. Some of these are spread across too. We've got little bits, we've got plenty of this going on. I'm really happy with the way this looks. I mean, it is not canon by any stretch of the imagination, but this really does feel like it's capturing the onus, the start of that film, the particular, Jurassic Park, the film. It does feel very much like it's getting the feeling of it, the overall thing. Now, yeah, I wasn't trying to duplicate it, as you know, so happy with that. On that note, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.